At the War Memorial in Syracuse, Dan Duva with captain of the Crunch, Mike Angelidis. Mike, how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Good. Well, you recently played in your 500th American League hockey game. We talked a little bit about it earlier when you played your 500th as a pro, but 500 games in the American League, how does that make you feel?
I'm proud to be to play that many games pro. It means a lot. To play, do something you love for so long. It's a great accomplishment. I love playing the game, and I'm thrilled to keep playing more hockey games.
And it's your third year as captain for Tampa Bay Lightning's AHL team, Norfolk, and then in Syracuse the last 2 years. And the production that you've had this season, the points, you've played in every game. You've now surpassed last year's total of points. What has been the key to your success this season, producing and staying on the ice?
I think every year is different. It's been a long 3 years for me. I've played till June every year, and I think training's been a good thing for me back home in the summer, and taking the time to rest. Not coming in every season, pushing myself over the top, and knowing when to go hard and when not to go hard. And I think Mark Powell has done a great job during the season to maintain my strength, and Brad Chavez has done an amazing job keeping guys healthy. And I've had injuries throughout this year, but Brad's always made me feel comfortable enough where I could play through them, and he's helped me a big time along the way.
Each season as a pro, and even before you became a pro, every season is a new chapter in the story of your career. And win or lose, how would you tell the story of this chapter, this season of the Syracuse Crunch?
Well, I think it's been a tough year for everybody. I think there's been a lot of change, even from the coaching staff right down to every guy on the team, and it's never easy when you have so much change throughout the middle of the year too. I think we had started off really good, and then we had a lot of change, and we couldn't not gel quick enough, but we just didn't adapt it fast enough. And they brought in new guys, and the last little bit here, with all the new faces, we've been doing a great job. It's one of those things where you go deep for so long that winning's expected out of us, and I think frustrations get high because we want to win every game, and I think sometimes when you're losing, you got to find a way to dig deeper and find a way out of it. And this year I think we struggled to find a way out of it. We were down, and the confidence wasn't there, and we needed to find a way to get out. And when we did, we looked good. So I think it's a learning tool for us and all the young guys on this team.
And like any good book, as you turn the pages through a chapter, you want those final pages to be exciting to make you read the next chapter. So what in the last few pages of this season wants you to get excited about next year?
We're not mathematically eliminated, but maybe we are. But I think a lot of the new faces on this team that they've brought in through the trade deadline, through trades, and young guys coming up into this organization. Even some of the young guys this year, I think, they've made strides from the beginning of the year to now. We have a young team, and we lost a lot of older guys with injuries, and a lot of these young guys stepped up as leaders. That's something to be, a big promise for us for next year. I think you have all these guys that are young that now are going to be leaders on this team next year, that they're going to step up, and this team's going to be a great hockey team next year, I think. And they have all the tools here to do it, and they got a great coaching staff that believes in the guys and gives us everything we can to succeed. So if I was a Crunch fan, I'd be looking forward to this team, especially a lot of the young guys, the way they've been playing.
Just talking with some of the guys, including the new ones who've only been around this club for the last couple of weeks, and that's Yanni Gordon, Jonathan Marchessault, and Dalton Smith. They've talked about how you've pushed the right buttons. And though the team had a couple of disappointing shutout losses, you've come back with a couple of exciting victories, 3-0 in Adirondack, and then 3-2 the come-from-behind effort the other day. What buttons are you pushing to get the team where it needs to be right now?
I just think guys have to realize that they're not just fighting for themselves, they're fighting for each other. And everybody here, you're not guaranteed anything. You're not guaranteed a contract. You're not guaranteed a position on the team. You're not guaranteed to play on the power play. And everyone needs to bring their best. And if we can win out here, keep having a winning record here the rest of the way out, it only benefits every guy on this team and this organization. And a lot of these young guys, coming in, you have to make hockey fun for them. I think. When hockey's not fun, guys get a little bit more pressured on themselves and they start thinking too much. When you come to the rink, you gotta come here to work hard, but when you're doing something you love, it's fun. So, guys have to be willing to come here, have fun, and be ready to play every night. And I think guys have done that the last 2 nights in a row.
Everybody in the building had fun on Wednesday night. The Crunch with an exciting 3-2 win, come from behind fashion over St. John's. And I mentioned pushing the right buttons, you the captain. You also scored a big-time goal, another multi-point performance for you. What about that game tells you about the character of this group?
It shows that, we're not going to give up. And, guys, battle through everything, even through adversity. We had Guy go down and warm up, and a guy came in right before the game and played the game. And some guys moved up lines and played more ice time than they usually have, and they did an amazing job. You have a guy like Ole that plays defense forward every other night, and he does an amazing job. It just shows you the character in this team. Guys willing to pay the price to win, and it's exciting for the fans for next year. I think the rest of the way here, we're going to play 60 minutes every night. I think that's been our downfall kind of this year, where we've given up, good 2 periods and then played 1 bad one and cost us games. And I think if we could just tighten up in that department, we'll be fine next year.
And Syracuse has won the last couple of games. Albany was the last loss, which was a week ago on Saturday, but you have a couple wins since then. Glens Falls on the road the other day and Sunday, and then Wednesday against St. John's. You've got Glens Falls, Adirondack coming here again. That's a game that had 150 combined penalty minutes. There were 8 10-minute misconducts. There were 3 fights. Do you expect any sense of revenge, anything extra against the Phantoms?
I think it's going to be a hard-fought game. I think they're going to come in here. They're in last place. We're all they're all fighting for contracts. They're all fighting to play more ice time, and I think they're going to play the same style of hockey. I think there's a little bit of push and shove in the teams. They're not the best of friends, and we're going to battle. It's going to be a great battle here in the War Memorial. I think they're going to come out hard, and we're going to have to be ready to play.
We don't want to look too much past Friday's game, but Saturday is Pucks for Paws night, and Saturday is also against the Binghamton Senators. The rivalry that has existed since last year, especially the 152 penalty minutes and the big comeback October 20th last year. But Pucks for Paws night, I know that the puppies and you are fond of each other.
Yeah, I got a dog champ, so I think it's going to be it's a great event. I think it's awesome. It's too bad my dog's not down here this year, and wish he was, but I think it's going to be awesome to see the dogs in the stands.
Yeah, and woofing and barking throughout the entire game. We always like that. And the tickets for humans are $15. Canine tickets are $5, and all of the proceeds benefit the Priscilla Mahar Animal Welfare Foundation, and all the details at SyracuseCrunch.com. It's an exciting weekend because of a couple of home games and a lot of games at the War Memorial late in the season. Even though there have been more games, 3-3s for 5 consecutive weeks, how valuable is it to have a lot of games at home?
I think it's great. It creates more time for us to develop at the end of the year, work on stuff, and especially when you're in a push. It's too bad we're not, but it's huge when you're making a playoff push, and you're at home, you're in your own rink. You get young guys are coming in now from all over the place, and they're gonna be practicing with us, getting ready to play games, and there's something special about being at home and in this rink, and more comfortable for sure for everybody.
And no doubt the fans get to see a hero made, Artem Anisimov, with the shorthanded goal to win it for the Crunch on Wednesday.
Yeah, that was awesome. He had a great opportunity in the first period, and he didn't shoot. He tried to make a pass, and everyone was all over him. He shoot the puck, Artie, and then he scores the game winner. So it was awesome to see from him. He's a great young D-man for us, and he's awesome. Just a great guy that works hard for us. So it's exciting.
And the Crunch trying to get on a little bit of a roll, winning their last 2, Adirondack Phantoms Friday, and then Binghamton on Saturday. With Mike Angelidis, thanks for your time and good luck this weekend, Mike.
Thank you.
I'm Dan Duva.